used to be known for the wealth and luxury of its rulers. However, this nation's prosperity can now be associated to a material known as kente cloth.
This cloth could originally only be found in black and white, but is now available in many colors across the rainbow. Why the large change?
Well, sit back and relax as we tell you the age-old story of the origin of kente cloth. And be prepared. We'll be back before the end of this story to tell you a little bit more about Ghana culture.
7 Spools of Thread by Angela Shelf Medeiros.
In a small African village in the country of Ghana, there lived an old man and his 7 sons. The 7 sons were handsome young men, but were a disappointment to their father. From morning until evening, the family's small home was filled with the sounds of the brothers quarreling.
It'll be dark soon. Let's finish this row and begin anew tomorrow.
No, it's too early to stop.
Can't you see the sun is setting?
At dinner, the brothers argued until the stew was cold and the fufu was hard.
Wait, what's fufu?
Well, fufu is made from cassava, which is like a potato mixed with plantains, which are like bananas. It was initially adopted as a famine reserve crop because it provided a reliable source of food.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
You gave him more than you gave me!
I will starve with only this small portion of my plate.
Well, if you don't want it, then I'll eat it.
Stop being so greedy.
And so it went every single day. One day, the old man died and was buried. The village chief spoke to the brothers beforehand.
Your father has given you an inheritance.
Well, he gave everything to me because I'm the oldest.
I know my father left me everything because I'm the youngest son.
Please, please. He left everything to me because I was his favorite.
Stop fighting this instant. Your father has decreed that all of his property and possessions will be divided among you equally. But first, by the time the moon rises tonight, you must learn how to make gold out of these spools of silk thread. If you do not, you will be turned from your home as beggars.
The oldest son received blue thread,
The next brother, red.
the next orange,
The middle son received yellow thread.
the next green,
The next black.
and the youngest son received white thread.
From this moment forward, you must not argue amongst yourselves or raise your hands in anger towards one another. If you do, all of your property and possessions will be divided among the poorest of the villagers.
The brothers took the silk thread, bowed to the chief, and went to their home.
When they arrived back at their house, they sat without saying anything unkind to each other.
My brothers, let us shake hands and make peace among ourselves.
Let us never argue or fight again. From that moment forward, peace rested within the walls of their home.
My brothers, surely our father would not have given us the task of turning this thread into gold if it were impossible.
Could it be that by making something from this thread, we could earn a fortune in gold?
Maybe we could weave it into cloth and sell the cloth.
But we do not have enough of any one color to make a full bolt of cloth.
What if we weave it all together into a cloth of many colors?
But our people don't wear cloth like that.
But what if we make a cloth so beautiful, everyone would want to buy it?
Have you caught on to the second Ghana culture yet?
Well, the answer is family.
Family is extremely important in Ghana and is the primary source of identity, loyalty, and responsibility. By encouraging the brothers to work together, their father was able to preserve this custom even after his death.
And now, back to the story.
We could get this done a lot faster if we all work together.
I know we can succeed.
The 7 Ashanti brothers took turns weaving cloth out of their spools of thread. When they were finished, they had stripes and shapes that looked like the wings of a bird. Soon they had many pieces of beautiful multicolored cloth.
The brothers took the completed cloth, put the cloth into baskets, put the baskets on their heads, and began their journey to the village.
When they arrived at the marketplace, they called out,
Come and buy the most wonderful cloth in the world! The brothers held up the cloth for all to see. The beautiful, multicolored fabric glistened like a rainbow. A large crowd soon gathered around the 7 Ashanti brothers.
Oh my, look at the unusual pattern!
It is the finest cloth in all of the land!
Suddenly, a man dressed in magnificent robes pushed his way to the front of the crowd. It was the king's treasurer.
Oh, what a thing of beauty. It would make a wonderful gift for the king. Chief. We've been too busy working together to argue or fight.
Then you have learned the lesson your father sought to teach you. All that he had is now yours.
But what about the poor people in the village? We will have our inheritance. But what will they do?
Perhaps we can teach them how to turn thread into gold.
The village became famous for its beautiful multicolored fabric, and the villagers prospered.
From that day until this, the 7 Ashanti brothers have worked together farming the land, and they have worked peacefully in honor of their father.